Hi guys, today we're making maple fudge and this video is longer because I'm showing you 3 different recipes. For making maple fudge, you're going to need like corn syrup, maple syrup, and you do want 100% pure even though I like the fake better, and some light cream. In a saucepan, I'm just going to measure out 2 cups of maple syrup, and I have it sprayed down with some non-stick cooking spray because I thought it would stick because of the maple syrup, but it didn't really, so you don't have to do that if you want. And as you can see, I didn't have enough maple syrup, so I am putting in a little less of every ingredient to make it equivalent. Now I'm just adding in the light cream, and then you're just going to want to stir everything together. Now I'm just going to bring this onto the heat on about medium heat, and you're going to want to use a candy thermometer and wait until it has a softball stage, which is about 240 degrees. And this does take a really long time, but you don't want to just walk away because you don't want this to burn. And after a while, with the heat rising and lowering, you're going to have the sugar crystals on the side, but you don't want to mix that in, and you're just going to want to leave that alone. When it has reached 240, you're going to want to take this off the heat and let it cool to 120. When it is cool enough, you're going to want to pour this into a mixer, and you're going to want to mix this until it has the consistency of peanut butter. When you are done mixing, it should look like this. Now I just have a pan with some aluminum foil and non-stick spray, and then you're going to want to press this into the pan until it has a thickness that you want. This recipe is good, but it made way less than the other recipes because it only made about half a pan, and the other recipes used a full pan, and you're using basically a whole bottle of maple syrup, which is really expensive. So I mean, if you do like the pure maple syrup, then this is a good recipe for you. Anyways, I will be showing you 2 maple cream recipes which have less maple syrup in them, so let me show you. I know this picture looks scary, but I will explain later. For this recipe, you are going to need sugar, maple syrup, brown sugar, vanilla extract, some salt, and butter. And the recipe will also be in the description down below. You're also going to need some fat-free milk and cornstarch, but you can also just use some heavy whipping cream if you want. And you're just going to want to mix those together with a whisk, and just mix that together for a few minutes, and then that will be done, and you can put that aside. As you can see, I'm using a larger saucepan because I wanted to put the thermometer hanging on the side, and you're just going to want to mix everything together. And I am using some more brown sugar because I didn't have enough granulated sugar, but you're just going to want to mix everything together and then just wait until it has reached 260 degrees Fahrenheit. This recipe said not to put it in a mixer and to just let it cool at room temperature, but I was afraid that it wouldn't harden correctly, so that's what I did, and that's what happened. It cooled way too quickly and just got really crumbly and weird. And I did taste it, and it did taste good, but it did not have the right consistency, and I can't tell you if it will turn out right because I didn't make this again, so that sort of sucks. But I mean, it did have a good flavor, so I am hoping that if you just make it to the right temperature, that it will come to the right consistency. So anyways, I'm also showing you another maple cream recipe, so let's get started. As you can see, for this next recipe, it makes a lot more fudge. Anyways, you're going to need evaporated milk, light brown sugar, some salt, a lot of butter, some vanilla extract, maple flavoring, and powdered sugar. So I'm just going to put everything in the saucepan, and as you can see, I'm using the big saucepan, which I would totally recommend if you are using a candy thermometer, but for this recipe you don't need one, so for people who don't have one, I think this would be perfect for you guys. So anyways, you're just going to want to let this heat up for about 10 minutes on medium heat. And then when that's done, you're just going to want to take it off the heat and add in the vanilla extract, maple flavoring, and salt, and then just mix everything together. Now you're just going to want to add in the powdered sugar and then mix that together. As you can see, everything looks really chunky and weird, but I promise after you put it in a stand mixer and mix it for 2 minutes, it will look creamy like this. And again, I just have a saucepan thing with some aluminum foil and some non-stick spray, and then I just pressed it down, and as you can see, it made a lot more, and I really enjoyed this recipe. I personally don't like the really strong maple flavor, and because this has less maple cream, I think it's really good. And my sister could personally tell that it was the maple flavoring and not maple, like pure maple syrup, so I don't know if you would be able to tell the difference. I couldn't, but I still really liked it. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!